without you.
Това на какъв език беше?
На английски.
Hey everyone, it's Siri. This week I'd like to talk about things that never go out of fashion. How about the classic, folks? What comes to mind when we talk about a classic manicure? A solid color polish, simply nude, and French manicure, something very light, often done for a wedding, a social gathering, or just because, well, it's so natural. Today's design that I'll be doing for my client is replacement for the French. When she came in for her appointment, she wanted something light and classic, and for some reason it turned out to be a French in her mind. I said, okay, I'll do French, but let me spice it up a bit. As you can imagine, she was very happy with this creativity. Both of us were thrilled with the results. My client was also delighted since the manicure came out very elegant, and that is how I escaped from Manicure en US. Manicure and TWEZZERS. Manicure en US. Here is the deal. I'm not a big fan of French manicure. It doesn't mean that others will feel the same. I'm sending love and respect to all the French manicure enthusiasts out there. Anyways, the client's desire is the law of the master. I try to always remember that. And of course, I made a bunch of Frenches for my portfolio. Well, what you will see next is modern classic and my artistic view on the desire of the client. Are you ready? Let me show you what a French looks like with the eyes of the artist. My client came with 4 weeks nails. She wants something lightweight on her nails because she carried such a bright coating and bold design. Cartoon hand-painted Daffy Duck. Before I begin to peel off the handsome Daffy Duck, I want to draw your attention to the index fingers. Here we have a problem, so-called curve nails. In the previous session, we already had these nails corrected with polygel. Since the thickened part fits perfectly and today we will remove the length, that means that today we will make a correction with a nail file. I think that'll be enough. And the next time we're going to do it again with a build-up. So, if you are interested, comment below and I will prepare a detailed video about the correction of the curving nails with the help of an extension. I remove the old covering with a metal cutter with a blue notch. I leave a thin layer of the base. I have already shortened the nails on the client's right hand and will show you now how to shorten them on the left hand with the same cutter for removal. The cutter works at the same speed as we used to remove the old covering. In my case, it's 25,000 RPM. After I remove the length, I turn the nail over and remove the thickness of the artificial material to make the plate look natural. The direction of movement has to be from left to right. The cutter has to be held perpendicular to the plane of the nail. The hand should walk with confidence and strictly in a line parallel to the cuticle. Please note that I work with a nail file almost in the lying down position, if you can put it that way. And already at this stage I am forming a free edge. This kind of filing allows you to remove the overhanging parts of the nail without polygel correction. I finish the oval shape and make it a little narrowed. I'm checking it. and I also remove the thickness of the nail plate a little. I retract the cuticle with a metal pusher, raising it to make it easier to work with a milling machine. Pay attention to how high the nail growth point is. I'm starting to cut out the region with a safety cutter with a red notch. First, we process all 10 nails in the forward mode from right to left. Then change the direction of rotation of the cutter to reverse and clean from left to right also all 10 fingers. Change the cutter to a thinner one and start to clean out the remaining skin. Make sure that the rotor works on the skin. As I have already noticed before, these nails have a very high point of ingrowth, which means that you have to work with the tip of the cutter in the side rolls to prevent cuts in the nails. I clean the nails from dust and remove the cuticle with nippers. And I grind the cut place with a cylinder with a ball end. 12,000 revolutions. The direction of rotation of the cutter forward. Work with a polishing milling cutter always depends on the specific skin type. If you feel that 12,000 revolutions do not cut the skin, then reduce it by 10,000 revolutions, and so on until you find the right speed. Same strategy with pressure. Apply an acid-free primer. Then apply the first layer of the base. With an orange stick, I remove all the irregularities and put an additional drop of base coat. Then I distribute it over the whole surface of the nail. Dry it. If you have already watched my previous videos, you have noticed that I use LUXIO gels very often. But the nude colors of this brand have a special place in my heart. Today I will use a color named Innocent, and while I'm applying it in one coat, having moved the cuticle with a pusher beforehand, I want to talk about the nude colors of LUXIO in general and in more detail. These gels have several advantages. They are easy to work with as they are self-leveling. They are very well worn because they are very strong. Because of their semi-transparency properties, the color palette of the nudes is unique. There, my sales pitch for LUXIO. However, that being said, I do have some issues when working with these gels. They flow very quickly. That's why when you apply the first coat, try to not bring the coating to the very edge of the nail. Always leave a minimum indent. As you can see, I've just suffered the same fate. It happened because I covered the color in one quite dense layer. I used to put the brush as far away as possible to paint the entire nail. We are fixing it with a thin flame cutter. I must say, even the intricacies of these gels are amazingly removed. And voila! Let's clean up the dust and move on. My hypnotic book with stamping plates. I highly recommend it. It's quality, roomy and very comfortable. Today, the hero of the program is a flower lace. And here is the right plate. We also need a scraper, a silicone stamp, necessarily with a transparent bottom, and white paint for stamping as we do gentle. Also, we need a hand of client. Maybe. Or probably. The basic rules for working with stamping. The first rule is to make it fast. The second rule is to make it fast. And the third rule is make it fast. So, I picked out our lace. I'm going to put on some stamping paint. I'm cleaning up. I'm putting the image. Immediately, with the help of an orange stick or a hand, to whom it will be more convenient, I remove the remnants of polish. If you don't do it at once, the dried up polish can come off with a fragment of the desired image. Therefore, I would recommend doing each fingernail separately. At first, we print, then we wipe off superfluous, and only then we start the next one. I remove the polish residue with gel polish remover. By the way, one more very important detail. When working with stamping gel, be sure to use fluids that have acetone in their composition. Otherwise, the manicure can be ruined while removing the extra. Cut off a piece of ribbon and glue it to the border between the pattern and the smooth part. Cut off the extra. With a silicone brush, smooth out the ribbon so that it's tightly glued to the nail. We're done! We're done! And it looks beautiful. Today we're going to be a little extra and add some rhinestones. Before that, of course, we covered the nails with a top. Since the tape is thick, on the thin layer of top covering the whole nail, we do the final alignment of the additional drop. And now the rhinestones. I'm putting them in the center on a special glue from Clio. The glue should be enough for the stone to sink completely in it. Otherwise, this beauty will not last long. That's what we did! Tender lace and silver belts with stones. It is almost a French, and it's good for a wedding too. I'm looking forward to your comments and hope you enjoyed it. Remember to get your pretty little fingernails on that mouse and sign up for my channel. Press the bell icon to receive notifications of new videos being posted. Once again, your girlfriend Siri. Thanks for watching.